安倍政権の正体。2016年11月12日。WJF プロジェクト。WJF プロジェクトでは動画制作だけではなく、ブログにて情報発信もしています。記事中の私は WJF さんです。誰の目にも明らかな TPP やそれを推進する安倍政権について、私たちがチャンネル桜に登場するような保守を標榜する言論人たちから聞かされてきたことは次のような話です。
確かに TPP は日本にとって有害無益なものである。しかし、中国の脅威が高まる中、日米同盟を強化しなくてはならない。そのためには TPP というアメリカの無法な要求を日本人は涙を飲んで飲まなくてはならない。しかも日本の国益のために聖域を守り力強い交渉ができるのは安倍政権しかない。安倍晋三はレイプされた女性のようにアメリカから TPP を強要されているだけなので、彼を批判してはならない。TPP なんかアメリカにくれてやればいい。TPP に反対だからといってその一点だけを取り上げて安倍政権を全否定すべきではない。 TPP 交渉に参加したからといって安倍政権の支持をやめることは革命だ。日本人は泥の中をかき分けるように、どんなことがあっても安倍政権を支持し続けなくてはならない。
チャンネル桜の水島悟も三橋貴明も倉山充も和也も、これらの列挙した主張の全部や一部を語ってきました。しかし事実はどうであったかといえば、今回のアメリカ大統領選で改めて明らかになった通り、アメリカ国民はトランプのような高等無形な人物にすがらなくてはならないほど、グローバリズムや新自由主義がもたらした貧困と格差に打ちのめされており、TPP のような自由貿易協定はもううんざりだと考えています。
アメリカのオバマ政権高官が TPP 環太平洋経済連携協定について、オバマ大統領の任期中の議会承認を事実上断念する考えを明らかにしました。ホワイトハウスのアデーモ大統領副補佐官は電話記者会見で、 TPP 協定の取り扱いは議会指導部が次の政権と協議すると述べました。次期大統領のトランプ政権が発足する来年1月までの任期中の議会承認を事実上断念した形です。トランプ氏は選挙中に TPP 離脱を訴えたのが大きな勝因になったため、就任後に TPP 離脱を撤回する可能性は極めて低く、協定の発効は絶望的になりました。
アメリカは TPP をどう見なしているかという記事のシリーズで、アメリカ発の様々な動画に日本語の字幕をつけることで皆さんに紹介してきたように、アメリカのメディアも言論人も経済学者も政治家も市民団体も率直に TPP の危険性を指摘しており、アメリカの貧困と冷落の原因がグローバリズムであるという認識はアメリカ国民の間で広く共有されています。バーニー・サンダース、TPP に反対する4つの理由、TPP 反対演説。ディック・モリス、TPP は無制限の移民受け入れである。CNN、TPP 協定の本当の危険性。ドナルド・トランプ、TPP アメリカ製造業の過去最大の危機。スティグリッツ、TPP は世界の不平等を拡大する。ノーベル経済学受賞者スティグリッツ教授、TPP はとんでもない。TPP、あなたが知らない最も不正な取引。これらの動画の論点をまとめると次のようになります。TPP は無制限の移民を含んでいる。TPP は各国の憲法や法律よりも上位に置かれる。TPP の内容を各国政府や議会が自由に変更することができない。
But the point is that under the guise of NAFTA, it's providing for unrestricted immigration within these 11 countries, which means any Mexican can come to the United States legally, stay here, be naturalized, become a citizen, and vote.
So this becomes the stealth approach to amnesty. This
Not
is
just amnesty.
But
amnesty is for people that are already here. This says, come on in. This says that anybody in Mexico can move to the United States anytime that he wants. And the Congress can't do anything about it. The Constitution enumerates the powers of Congress. One of them is immigration and naturalization. This supersedes that, and it does so for all time, because you can't repeal a treaty unless the other 10 signatories agree. And it's even more important than that. I'll get to this in another segment later on. It also could become the way to get climate change in. He's taking the whole legislative agenda and putting it in a treaty, getting it ratified, and then it becomes as good as a constitutional amendment.
So yeah, it's an all-purpose constitutional amendment, really like a trash compactor for the Constitution.
It all goes back to what the Europeans did in the European Union. They couldn't pass it in any country, the new Constitution. So what they did is they signed a treaty, and they put the whole thing in a treaty. And treaty-making powers are far more executive. And in this case, Obama's putting it in a treaty and asking Congress to approve fast-track authority. The idea that with all the power this president has grabbed, the Republicans are about to give him fast track, which means he can do any trade agreement he wants and ratification is almost automatic. And the Democrats are opposing this. It is entirely Republican votes that are pushing it, and they just don't understand what's in the damn bill.
So the bottom line
to Congress for an up or down vote with limited debate, and here's the key: no amendments.
There you go.
Congress can't change it, can't muck it up at the last minute, can't force countries other than the United States to reevaluate the entire situation and whether they still want to be on board with the deal. So,
各国の民主主義や主権が破壊される。仮に各国政府が国民を保護するために自主的に法律や規制を制定すると、多国籍企業から訴えられて多額の賠償金を請求される。
Why we should oppose this trade agreement. And this is a provision which has gotten far too little attention, and that is the investor-state dispute settlement. That sounds like a highly technical term. What in God's name does that mean? But let me try to explain what it does mean. And what it does mean in English is that it will allow large multinational corporations to sue national, state, and local governments, not just in the United States, but all over the world, if those governments pass legislation that hurts their expected future profits. This, to me, is exactly about what this whole agreement stands for. It's not for raising wages or creating jobs. It is to protect corporate profits. And unbelievably, what this legislation is prepared to do is to undermine basic democracy in terms of what local communities around the world, states in the United States, national governments, whether it's the United States or any other government, does if it undermines future profits of large multinational corporations. That's really extraordinary. I thought that our job as members of the United States Senate, I thought the job of people in Australia who represent their government, people democratically elected all over the world, I had the idea that maybe their function was to represent as best they could the needs of the people who voted for them. I guess that's a radical and crazy idea, because what this bill says, that if legislation is passed by people who are democratically elected, those decisions, that legislation, can be brought to an independent tribunal, and those countries could have to pay huge fines if the legislation, which might protect health care or might protect the environment, undermines future profits of multinational corporations. What an attack, not only on health and the environment, it is an attack on the fundamental tenets of democracy. Our job is not to worry about future corporate profits. Our job is to worry about the needs of the American people, and that is what elected governments all over the world are supposed to do. Let me give you some examples, because we have not talked about this. But let me give you some examples of what is already going on around the world based on similar language to what will be in the TPP if we vote for it. Similar language. Mr. President, and this is maybe the most outrageous example that I can give you, but there are many others. Philip Morris, one of the large tobacco companies in the world, is suing both Australia and Uruguay over labeling requirements for cigarettes. Uruguay is this little country, and what they have done is been very aggressive in trying to protect their children and their people from the very harmful impacts of smoking. Now, you know what? I happen to think that that is a good thing. I think in America and all over the world, we should do everything that we can to make sure that our kids are not hooked on nicotine, do not have to suffer heart disease, cancer, emphysema, and all of the other diseases related to smoking. I think our government should be very vigorous. We have done some things in our country. I think we should do more. Uruguay, a little tiny country, whose president turned out to be an oncologist, guy who was worried about cancer, was very active in trying to do everything he could to keep the kids of Uruguay getting hooked on cigarettes. And what happened to Uruguay? Well, they were taken to this independent tribunal, composing, as I understand it, of 3 corporate lawyers, because Philip Morris said, hey, Uruguay, you're impacting our future profits. We want to get kids hooked onto nicotine. We want to sell our products to kids and to the people of Uruguay, and by fighting us, passing legislation and doing things that will make it harder for kids to smoke, you are ruining our profits. And this case is now resting in an independent tribunal. How insane is that? That a country trying to protect its kids from getting cancer is being sued by Philip Morris because it might cause them profits. So this is not only just a health issue, in this case of cancer prevention. This is an issue of basic democracy. Do the people of Uruguay, do the people of Australia, do the people of any country have a right to be very vigorous in protecting the health of their kids and their citizens without worrying about being sued by a cigarette manufacturer who is trying to poison these kids with deadly products? So this is not only a health issue, it is a basic democratic issue. And if Philip Morris wins this case, it will be sending a message to every government in the world. You can't be aggressive in trying to protect your kids from cigarettes. That's one example. Let me give you another example.
TPP によって先進国の中間層は破壊されて貧困化が進む。先進国の国民が貧困化しても多国籍企業は海外に出ていくことができるので被害を受けない。
Do things that are not in the national interest. Now, let me try to explain why I and a lot of other people are against TPP. It's not that we're against trade. You know, Adam Smith, going back to Adam Smith, economists have talked about expanding markets, opens up advantages of economies of scale and taking advantage of comparative advantage. This is not a trade agreement. Even the administration's economists have come to calculations that the effect on GDP is minuscule, and more realistic estimates say that the effect on the economy is actually negative. What people care about is the provisions on intellectual property that will drive up drug prices, the provisions, what they call the investment provision, which will make it more difficult to regulate and actually harm trade.
But under the fast-track authority.
Reason number one, this unfettered free trade agreement with Vietnam, Malaysia, and 10 other countries follows in the footsteps of disastrous trade agreements like NAFTA, CAFTA, permanent normal trade relations with China, and the South Korean free trade agreements. Any objective look at these trade agreements will tell us that they have cost us millions of decent-paying jobs and have led us to a race to the bottom where American workers are forced to compete against workers in low-wage countries who are making pennies an hour. Mr. President, over and over again, supporters of these types of trade agreements have told us about how many jobs they would create, how beneficial they would be for the middle class and working class of this country. But over and over again, virtually everything they told us turned out to be wrong, and they are wrong again in terms of the TPP. In 1993, President Bill Clinton promised that NAFTA would create 1 million American jobs in 5 years. Instead, NAFTA has led to the loss of almost 700,000 jobs. In 1999, we were promised that permanent normal trade relations with China would open up the Chinese economy to American-made goods and services. Instead, as everybody who goes shopping knows, when you buy product after product made in China, that trade agreement has cost us some 2.7 million American jobs. And I remember hearing all of the accolades about free trade with China. They all turned out to be wrong. In 2011, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce told us that the South Korean free trade agreement would create some 280,000 jobs. Well, wrong again. Instead, that agreement has led to the loss of some 75,000 jobs. And the reason for all of this is pretty simple. Why would an American corporation invest in this country, pay American workers 15, 18, 20 bucks an hour, provide health care, have to obey environmental regulations, deal with trade unions, when they can go abroad, pay people pennies an hour, not have to worry about the environment? That is, of course, what has happened. These trade agreements have failed. TPP is based on the same principles. It will be another failure. We should reject it for that reason. Second point, Mr. President.
I want you to imagine how much better our future can be if we declare independence from the elites who led us from one financial and foreign policy disaster to another. Our friends in Britain recently voted to take back control of their economy, politics, and borders. Now it's time for the American people to take back their future. We're going to take it back. America became the world's dominant economy by becoming the world's dominant producer. You know that from right here, right in this plant. But then America changed its policy from promoting development in America, in America, to promoting development in other nations. We tax and regulate and restrict our companies to death, and then we allow foreign countries that cheat to export their goods to us tax-free. As Bernie Sanders said, Hillary Clinton voted for virtually every trade agreement that has cost the workers of this country millions of jobs. The Trans-Pacific Partnership is the greatest danger yet. The TPP, as it's known, would be the death blow for American manufacturing. It would give up all of our economic leverage.
TPP によって薬価が上昇する。著作権保護の厳格化のためネット監視が進む。
That don't want you to know what's in the deal. For one, our food safety standards, environmental protections, and local labor laws could all be threatened under the TPP. We could all be forced to pay significantly more for the medicines we need, and you could be fined or even sent to jail for downloading copyrighted content on the internet. How will they know if you do it? Because your internet service providers could be required to watch your online activity. But that's not even the scariest part. The TPP gives corporations the power to sue our government in secret foreign tribunals over any law or regulation they claim affects their expected future profits. Don't believe it? It's already happening. Recently, after Canada said U.S. big pharma corporation Eli Lilly's drug price-raising patents were not legit, the firm sued the Canadian taxpayers for a staggering $500 million. And now billions of dollars are being demanded from Germany after it decided to phase out nuclear power following the Fukushima disaster and improve environmental standards for coal-fired electric plants. Philip Morris and Chevron are in on the game too, raiding taxpayer dollars and trying to reverse crucial policies we all rely on. Thankfully, not everyone is willing to sign on the dotted line.
このようなひどい貿易協定をアメリカ国民が拒絶するのは当然の話なのですが、安倍晋三率いる日本政府は、アメリカ国民が大統領選を通して TPP やグローバリズムに対して明確なノーを突きつけた後に、まるでアメリカ国民の感情を逆なでるかのように、TPP 承認法案を衆議院本会議で可決させました。
はい、先ほどですね、衆議院の本会議が終わりまして、TPP の協定案と関連法案は与党などの賛成多数で衆議院を通過しました。その際、民進党は反対討論は行ったものの、反対票を投じることなく退席という対応でした。また TPP に先立って民進党など野党4党は2度にわたる失言の山本農水大臣に対して不信任案を提出したんですけれども、与党の反対多数で否決されたという状況です。
はい、吉野さん、TPP 反対派のトランプ氏が、次の大統領に決まった翌日にもかかわらず、政府・与党はなぜ採決を急いだんでしょうか。
そうですね、これは一言で言うとですね、筋が通らないからなんですね。TPP 参加12カ国は今年の2月にですね、それぞれ各国で国内手続きを進めようということで合意しているんです。アメリカの事情が変わったからといって日本も手のひらを返してそれを止めるとなると、日本の主体性が問われることになります。TPP は仕組み上ですね、アメリカ抜きでは発効しませんので、もはや暗雲が立ち込めています。ただ、日本側としては先陣を切って承認することで、トランプさんのアメリカ国内向けの保護主義的な主張を牽制するとともに、アメリカの承認にもですね、望みをつなげたい考えなんです。
条約の承認は、衆議院の優越が認められており、参議院が衆議院の決定を覆すことのできない議題なので、TPP はもうすでに日本において実質的に承認されてしまっています。アメリカ国民の民意に反しても、あくまでも TPP を推進しようとする安倍晋三が、日米同盟のために TPP を推進しているわけではないことはすでに明らかです。なぜなら、日米同盟とは、日本国民とアメリカ国民との融和と相互信頼を前提とするものだからです。では、日米同盟の強化が TPP の目的でないならば、TPP の目的は何であり、それを推進する安倍政権の正体は何なのか。それは日本人の各自が自分の頭を使って考え、自分で気づかなくてはならない最も単純で基本的な問いであり、今更誰かにわざわざ根節丁寧に説明してもらうような事柄ではありません。